The Portugal captain, who still seems hungry for goals in the twilight years of his career, had earlier vowed to reach 1,000 goals before retiring. After the Al-Shabaab clash, the veteran star took to Instagram to send out a strong forward message. On Instagram, the former Manchester United and Real Madrid star posted a few photographs from the game and wrote in the caption, "We never give up." Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick has provided an update on the well-being of star winger Lamine Yamal. Speaking during his pre-match press conference this afternoon, it therefore came as little surprise when the subject of his young attacker's well-being was quickly put to the aforementioned Hansi Flick, and in a boost for all associated with the Blaugrana, Flick went on to confirm, "I spoke to Lamine. He is fine. I thank Luis La Fuente for resting him." Mbappe has been in the headlines during the international break, with Swedish media reporting that the real star is at the centre of a police investigation relating to an alleged rape. The French footballer travelled to Stockholm during the international break and stayed in a hotel where the alleged incident took place, with the player and his lawyer having dismissed the reports as a slanderous rumour, while Madrid have also offered their support to the player. Speaking to YouTube channel Call Interview, journalist Romain Molina said per Daily Mail that they regret bringing him in. "I guarantee that I have spoken about it off the record. It hasn't been at all what they were expecting. It was a whim of Florentino Perez. It was only Perez who wanted him. Perez has always liked the big players. He also has a filial relationship with him, Mbappe. The club are gutted, firstly with his level of performances, which is not all at the expected levels. In the dressing room it isn't great. That isn't necessarily Mbappe's fault though." According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, the decision has nothing to do with the fact that Leo's words with Portugal attracted a lot of attention, given he spoke about feeling trust from the head coach Roberto Martinez. Nonetheless, Fonseca's choice remains very strong because the winger will not be a starter tonight at San Siro against Udinese. No punishment is behind the decision, but simple management of resources in view of weeks in which Milan will play 7 games in 21 days. Arsenal will reportedly gamble on a move for Dusan Vlahovic in January in the hopes that they can land him, despite the fact he is currently happy to be at Juventus. According to Calcio Mercato, they are planning to focus heavily on recruiting the Serbian forward in the January transfer window, though he is immersed in the project at his current club and is happy to be part of the Duke group. As such, Arsenal will be taking a gamble and potentially wasting time going after a striker they might not have much chance of landing due to his current desire to be a Juventus player. Manchester City are reportedly ready to make a significant move for Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz, eyeing him as a long-term replacement for Kevin Bryan. With Bryan at 33 years old and facing ongoing fitness concerns, City see Wirtz as the ideal successor. According to Goal.com, Wirtz's performances have attracted attention from some of Europe's biggest clubs, including Manchester United, Bayern Munich and Liverpool. Carlo Ancelotti spoke in the first pre-match press conference after the international break ahead of Real Madrid's game against Celta Vigo on Saturday. He was asked about whether there will be any movements from the club during the winter transfer window, to which he said, "If we need a suitable player for Real Madrid, we wouldn't rule it out, but it's not that simple. We have youth players who can contribute. The return of Alaba, who will soon be with the team. At the moment, we're not thinking about making any signings." According to AS, Barcelona have a plan in place to integrate Gaby gradually into the team without overburdening him and risking any relapse. As such, the idea is for the 20-year-old Spaniard to play some minutes tomorrow against Sevilla, but then sit out of next week's matches against Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. The midfield prodigy will then again be back for the derby against RCD Espanyol in the first week of November. The thought behind the plan to rest Gaby against Bayern Munich and Real Madrid next week is that both are high-pressure, high-octane encounters, and there will be an element of... Despite this, reports in England say that Man United are expected to miss out on signing Davies, who prefers to join Real Madrid in the case of him leaving Bayern next summer. There could be some trouble with Davies signing, but if that can be overcome, Real Madrid are surely hot favourites to sign the Canadian defender. If they do, he'd be an outstanding pickle. In the latest update shared by Javier Miel via AS, it has been revealed that Barcelona midfielders Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez are set to play a maximum of 25 minutes in tomorrow's home match against Sevilla. As of today, Barcelona manager Hansi Flick finds himself in a fortunate position with 3 key players: Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo and Gaby, all available again for selection. Adding to his good fortune, 2 other players, Lamine Yamal and Robert Lewandowski, have returned from their international duties, though they were initially reported to have sustained injuries. Roma coach Ivan Juric assures Paulo Dybala and Artem Dovbyk are at 100% and ready to start against Inter tomorrow evening. "We ought to be scoring more goals." Artem returned from international duty with a small niggle but has recovered well. Paulo had a recovery phase and all the training sessions went well. they are both at 100% to assure Jurgen in his press conference this afternoon. We know everything about Inter. They are a top team who play great football. They have no weak points, so it is always difficult to face them, especially as they've known each other for many years and know the movements off by heart. It is our job to make things difficult for them. Barcelona star Gaby will see his imminent return to the pitch followed swiftly by a contract extension offer on the part of the Blaugrana. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. Rasmus Højlund's intensity on the training pitch came to an awkward head when he managed to chip apart of teammate Mats Hermansen's tooth during Denmark's preparations for the Euros. The Manchester United forward, gaining a reputation for his robust playing style, was involved in a less than friendly encounter while practicing set pieces with the national team. Barcelona are at risk of breaching UEFA's financial fair play rules for the 2023-24 season after losing an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sportcast over their filings. In their annual financial report for 2023-24, Barcelona attempted to include the €267 million sale of 10% of their broadcasting rights over the next 25 years as other operating income, which would count towards their FFP situation, but UEFA insisted it should classify as profits on disposal of tangible assets, which is not included in FFP calculations. Barcelona were fined €500,000 for the misreporting, but club officials challenged the decision. Former Manchester United defender Rafael Varane has joined the board of Serie Club Como. Frenchman said he would be staying with Como and has now been confirmed as a board member of the Italian outfit. Being a top-level sportsman comes with joy, sacrifice, and the constant drive to push beyond limits, Varane said. Throughout my career, I've been motivated by a desire to improve and strive for excellence. Transitioning from the field to the boardroom isn't the end of my football journey, it's a new beginning that I'm looking forward to. Joining the board of Como allows me to continue contributing